What's up, YouTube? I'm back with the XBE. This is part two of after it got wet on a big old puddle. I was doing a little bashing. I did opened it, and water was ESC and the motor. The whole thing was like almost underwater on a big old puddle. I did took it apart, the motor and the took the shaft off and all that, dry it up, and I took the ESC off, and the caps were a little wet, inside was a little wet, but not too much. Luckily I was right next to it, a couple feet. I went right through the puddle and grabbed it from the front, raised it, and put it on the dry ground. But I'm just glad it didn't cut on fire. Really. They should make these ESCs waterproof. Really. As we all know that these ESCs are really good for bashing or speed runs or whatever, and they're not sealed just like the Mamba Monster 2s, the newer models. I'm just glad it didn't burn. I did test the batteries. It's a 4-pack that I had on it. I had 2 of them on it on AS, and when I took it off the puddle, it just cluck 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 cluck. So I said, "Fuck! I'm out of XLX ESC." But I was wrong. I'm just glad that it works again. I tried it, took it all apart. I mean, the whole thing, even the motor, and it worked. See, I took out the motor because on the back of it, there's slots that for filtration, not filtration, but for air. It's got 4 slots all the way around, and you can see the rotor right through it. So that's why I took it all apart and took the rotor out. Let me tell you, this rotor, to take out this motor and take the rotor out, it's hard. This is one of the strongest. I mean, you could tell. I cannot. It gives me big times trying to turn it, and they're really strong magnets. Anyway, I just had a little hard time taking it out from the can, but I'm glad I got home after a little bashing or whatever. Took that apart, took the motor apart first thing. I'm glad the batteries work. I'm really glad. They're not cheap, just like the system is not cheap. Whew. Alright guys, leave with this video. This is a part 2 of after I got wet. It landed on a big old puddle on the field, and I'm just glad it didn't burn up though. So there you have it. It survived. Water Turbo fans, guys, keep them cool. Got 2 there, 1 here. And here's the MT 5th scale with the 2028 same ESC XLX. It's a beast. There's the tire ripper. Alright guys, leave you with this video. Hope you liked it. I hope you saw my first video of the bashing getting wet, which is, I will say, before this video that I'm gonna post, of course. I'm just glad it didn't burn up. I just didn't see the big old puddle that I was on there, so I had to jump right in the puddle. It was like at least 8 inches deep, and it was kind of big too, the big old puddle. on the field. So I had to run right through the puddle, grab it from the front, right through here, and just swing it to dry. Just swung it to dry. That's all. That's all I did. And I tried to turn it on. It just cluck cluck, and nothing. So I said, "Uh-oh." All right, guys. There goes my table. For those that haven't seen my table yet, tires, my Typhon. There's the MT Rampage shell that I used it like twice already. That's it. Slicks, house style for the rear. I just gotta get the fronts, and this is only for speed runs though. Got one there, one up there. I just keep them there for now. They're not cheap though. So, alright guys. I'm just glad it didn't burn up. Really glad. So, peace out guys, and careful out there on the bashing. Careful with them puddles though. It really sucks burning one of these ESCs. They're not waterproof. Being really expensive, and they're not even waterproof. That sucks. It's got a big opening on there, big opening in the front. So it is what it is. See you guys on the next video, and yeah, be careful. Peace out.